Hey everyone, I am here with my week 7 update. I figured since they have the audacity to start with the back to school commercials that I need to face facts that summer's coming to an end. So I'm working on cutting and laminating things. So I figured I would just kill 2 birds with 1 stone and get this stuff done while also doing this video. Did not fail. No close calls. I am doing better than I was last week. Last week I was in a very dark and sad place without getting too much into it. We've been dealing with infertility for 3 years now. Like last week, I was just feeling very hopeless because of whatever had happened. I just was, like I said, just not in a good place. But I am slowly but surely coming out of that, thank God. And just, I know I hate when people say, I'm just taking it one day at a time, because you have no other option to take it one day at a time. We literally get one day at a time. But anyways, just taking it one day at a time. The hardest part of this week has been the humidity. It is so humid here. So one thing that I've been doing is, it's hot. One thing I've been doing is, I can't think of the name of it. It's some psychology term where you pair something that you don't want to do with something that you enjoy doing. So like for me, there's this podcast that I like listening to. And so my rule is that I can only listen to that podcast if I'm doing my outdoor workout. So that's something I've done to try to combat that. I've basically been eating the same things that I've been eating the past 49 days, so there's nothing that stands out in my head as like, oh my gosh, this meal is fantastic. I'm still reading the Salt, Sugar, Fat book. It's so weird to think about these foods in like a scientific way. Like one thing that I learned, which I thought was pretty cool, I'm very impatient at seeing like, give me the paper. One thing that I learned that I thought was pretty interesting is that the company Coca-Cola, they are very strategic about where they place themselves because they want to be associated with having a good time. So you'll see Coca-Cola at like sports events, you'll see them at amusement parks, you'll see them at movie theaters, because they want people to think of them when they think of having a good time. I'm like, gosh, that is so interesting. So I don't know if it's the same one, but I have seen a deer 3 times this summer. The first time I was not prepared. It was maybe like 2 or 3 car lengths ahead of me. It ran out of the bushes, crossed the street into another wooded area. And I was just like, what just happened? Did that really just happen? So I was like, okay, this incredible thing just happened to me. Nobody's going to believe me, but I just saw a deer. A deer just ran out in front of me. And then last week, I saw a deer and 2 baby deer fawns. I saw a deer and 2 little ones last week. I was able to record them, but I didn't really talk about it because, you know, I didn't care about anything. But I saw those deer, and then today, I was just walking, and this deer just comes running out of someone's backyard to the front, and it stops and sees me, and I see it, and we're just like staring at each other. And then I slowly reach down into my SPI belt, and I get my phone out to record it, and I'm just recording it, and then it runs away. And so for the rest of the walk, I'm just like looking behind me and like looking in people's backyards and looking in bushes to try to find the deer. And I just think it's funny because to my neighbors, if anyone just happened to be looking out the window as I was walking by, I probably looked insane to them, just like looking behind my shoulder and like looking in bushes. They're probably like, is someone following this lady? What is wrong with her? I learned this week that there's a difference between faith and feeling. As far as like faith and feeling being 2 different things, it's like, God, I am hurt and I'm angry and I'm frustrated and I'm sad right now, but I have faith still that you are good. And it feels like everything is falling apart right now, but I know that you're still there, if that makes sense. And when I heard it explained to me that faith and feelings are two different things, it's like, oh, okay, so I can feel this way. You're not always going to feel okay. You're not always going to be happy. You're not always, everything isn't always going to be going the way that you want it to or expect it to. But even in those moments, like, you can still go to God with those things that you are feeling. Because like I said, he wants it. He wants everything that you're feeling. It wouldn't be love if you couldn't go to him and say, God, this sucks and I don't understand what is supposed to come from all of this. So that is week 7, almost there. My last day is August 5th. So, yeah. All right. Bye.